So historically, it's very interesting. You have Contract Fund Status Report coming out, C-Spec coming out in 67, Mill Standard 881 comes out in 1968, 499, the Systems Engineering Spec, comes out in 1969. So the whole series is all put together. And then the first surveillance review of the first big earned value thing is done at GE.
Even though the Department of Defense adopted these to manage highly complex defense programs, they began to be over-implemented. Some would say at that time cost and schedule policies were unfortunately owned by the Department of Defense comptrollers. These 35 criteria coalesced into what was called a Joint Implementation Guide, used by Army, Navy, and the Air Force. It was called the JIG. The JIG took on a life of its own, leading the 35 criteria being broken down into 158 sub-criteria questions. Unfortunately, there were a huge amount of terms and acronyms that confused program managers, so they tended to relegate cost performance to financial managers. A specialist subculture emerged. We got together at conferences and talked in strange languages. We talked about the SP&A. We made acronyms of acronyms.
A lot of good things were created in terms of the guidelines and criteria. Over the next decade, there were 186 firms that were certified or validated in the 1970s. And there's a list that's out there. We still have it. Some of them merged, split. Some of them got bought. Some of them went out of business. So the exact list doesn't exist today with the firms that do exist today. But that's when everything was exploding.